Welcome to Legacy Leaders. I'm your host, Ann Marie Sorrell, President and CEO of the Mosaic Group, your award winning global marketing and advertising and public relations agency. Today, I am joined by Dexter Bridgeman, founder and president and CEO of MIA Media Group, and we'll be sharing MIA Media Group's 2025 year in review and what to expect in 2026. Welcome, Dexter.
Hey, Ann Marie, how you doing? It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you here. It's such an honor to have you here with me on the
Well, I'm
show. So
excited
thank
as
you for
well.
joining
Thank you
me.
so much to be here with you. How
Yes,
about that?
absolutely. Well, listen, we're going to get right into it because we have some exciting things to discuss. Of course, the year in review of what happened this year in 2025, but of course, what to expect in 2026. But for those who may not, which I hope everybody's familiar with MIA Media Group, tell us more about what is MIA Media Group, some of your services and offerings, your different platforms that you have.
Okay. Well, I'll start from that. We are a media company that's been around for 21 years. I'm originally from New York, and I moved here 21 years ago and had a publishing background and in media. And when I came here, I realized that there was a dearth, there was a missing element as it relates to the Black professional community, or as I like to say, so for someone articulating the success and the achievement of the Black community in South Florida. So since then, we started off as a single publication, and today we are now a multi-platform entity, media entity, where we obviously have television shows like this. We have a total of 7 shows that we own and produce on this particular network on WSFL, Channel 39. In addition to that, we have a newsletter that we publish 6 times per week from Monday to Saturday, and it entails daily news and information about our community and about the world and in general. And when I say the world, it's about our community, but it's also talking about affairs in the state of Florida, locally, as well as nationally and internationally. And in addition, and our third one is that we also have, which is really our vanguard, so to speak, platform, which is our digital or our flipbook publications, which are Legacy Miami and Legacy South Florida, which those publications made us into who we are today. We used to be a publication that was in print, that was in the Miami Herald and the Sun Sentinel. But as you well know, being the media professional that you are, print is really drying up, and I don't care who you are, everyone's circulation has taken a dive. And if you like with any technology or anything, you've got to move with what is in today. Otherwise, you will be like the dinosaur or the dodo bird, be extinct. So, in order to be ahead of the game, what we decided was a year ago today that our December 2024 issue would be our last print issue. So, this year we've been all digital, and we're happy to say that our numbers have risen, our numbers are solid, and we're doing really well. Using a cliche, we're kind of killing the game as far as our distribution is concerned. I know you asked me one question, and I kind of took the ball and ran with it way too much.
No, that's awesome. I think that gives us a really good idea because people may not know all of the different, the fact that you have 7 shows that are televised as well as on social media, and then you have, the publication that produces 6 digital issues a year and your weekly newsletter. So I think it's really good to show people all the ways that they can connect and get information news from MIA Media Group. Now, what has been some of your top highlights for 2025?
Well, I'd have to say one of the top highlights is, in fact, the ability to make that change and to pivot. I don't like using that word because during COVID, that word was overused so much. Remember, every time you looked around, somebody was saying pivot, pivot, pivot. But that's exactly what we did. And I would have to say that's the major, because it was an unknown commodity to us. going from print to digital. And it was a huge, I was scared, to be totally honest with you. I was scared because I was giving up something that was well known to go to the unknown, and wasn't sure who my advertisers would go with me. But most of them all did. And some of them said, hey, well, let's see what you got, see what happens within the next couple of months, and then we'll take the ride with you. And again, most of them did. So that was, I would say, as far as being a monumental effort, a monumental step, was the success and the achievement of our digital flip book publications. Legacy Miami, distributed primarily focusing in on editorial issues concerning the Black community in Miami, and Legacy South Florida with those same ideology, but dealing with Broward and Palm Beach County. And then we also have a third digital flip book called MIA, which is more of a cosmopolitan entertainment publication. And what we do is we partner with the major Black entities, entertainment entities that come to South Florida. So, and we become their official partners. So with Orange Blossom Classic, that was a hit this year. You know, we are the official publication of Orange Blossom Classic. We're the official publication of American Black Film Festival. We're the official publication for Art of Black, which is associated with the Greater Miami Visitors Convention Bureau. And something that's not totally Black at all, but we're the official publication, believe it or not, of the Miami Book Festival. How you like that? The official publication of the Miami Book Festival.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. So as you well know, it all comes with a lot of hard work and dedication and having a good team.
I agree. Well, you definitely have a great team, and to see the growth of MIA Media Group over the last 20 plus years is really amazing. And kudos to you, Dexter, for that. You know, 2025 has been a very interesting year, as we know. Lots of changes federally, statewide, globally, as well as, you know, challenges. And so I'm sure you haven't been immune to some of the impacts of the changes that has taken place throughout this year. So, what have you experienced as an entrepreneur, as well as with the company MIA Media Group?
Well, that's a great question. Certainly not. We have not been immune to the changes in DEI policies, and you get, or we have been, as most of us have, especially in Black media or in Black companies, just because you have the name Black associated with you, and that's who you are. I had an advertiser, a big time advertiser, tell me, who's been with me for a long time, say, listen, if you remove any remnants of you being Black, you can continue to do what you're doing, but you have, that you are the home of Black excellence, or that you are editorial and success and achievement of the Black community. If you remove any of that, we can continue to do business with you. Well, I can't do that. That's, I couldn't and wouldn't do that for $1 million, believe it or not, because that's who I am. That is my blueprint. And if I take away my blueprint, if I take away what I'm essentially doing, then you know what? I don't think I could ever look at myself in the face the same way. I think I'd be selling out my community. You know what I mean? For a few dollars. Because those dollars will always come back. The one thing I always say is that, you know what? You're gonna lose money, you're gonna make money. But so that's not so I will regain that. But yes, overall, we did have a profitable year, but we lost a lot of business only because we were a Black owned company. No other reason than that. No other reason than that. And I applaud those companies that were able to stay with us. And then but at the same time, I can't be too mad at companies that decided to, say, hey, we got to pull back, because you know what? A lot of them have government contracts, and I understand how these companies work, these large companies, and they're afraid. They're afraid that they've got millions and possibly billions of dollars to lose.
Yeah.
But we just have to, really put on our big boy underwear and what have you, big girl underwear and big boy pants and what have you, and continue to fight, try new avenues, find new opportunities, which we were
Yeah.
able to do.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that when we come back from this commercial break. So stay with us, Dexter.
Sure will.
Welcome to the City of Miami Gardens, where purpose meets opportunity. From building tomorrow's infrastructure to answering the call when it matters most, to creating vibrant spaces and smart growth, every role counts. With 4-day work weeks, 100% paid health benefits, generous PTO, and a Florida pension plan, the City of Miami Gardens puts you first. Join the team that's shaping the future.
I grew up down here in South Florida, so for me, it's a little bit more personal.
For the Bridgeman Dover Law Firm, it's about community.
For us, South Florida's our home. You all are our people.
Our family, our future.
The difference we'll make for you, your loved ones, your kids, matters, because to us, it's personal.
If you need us, call us 24/7 at 866-954-MORE.
That's 866-954-6673. Demesman and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com.
At DRT Behavioral Services, we provide culturally sensitive mental health evaluations with thorough treatment plans, incorporating alternative forms of wellness, not just Western traditional medicine. Besides medication management and psychotherapy, we provide education to people in the areas of minority mental health with classes on your diet's impact on mood and sleep hygiene for better rest. We also offer weight loss therapy, massages, and facials. Visit brainlovehelp.com today.
When quality care is a priority for you and your family, choose Pediatric and Family Health and Wellness Center.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás hoy?
Muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Okay. Bien. How are you?
Welcome!
Your organization's ability to thrive is dependent upon your vision, hard work, and the people you employ. Wolf Creek Consulting is a top-rated executive staffing firm specializing in placing professionals in finance, IT, healthcare, and construction. We're a boutique executive staffing firm that focuses on recruiting the best and brightest candidates that are not aggressively pursuing opportunities, but are keeping their options open. From recruitment to workforce management, we offer solutions that reduce your human cost and turnover. We work with clients under several different options to include permanent placement, temporary, and temp to hire. Our clients are our partners, and we work to understand the job requirements and skills required for a candidate to be successful. Intelligent Staffing Solutions. To learn more, please give us a call.
Welcome back, Dexter. And so, we were talking about the challenges with DEI and the impacts. And of course, I'm sure it wasn't just in my immediate group. This impact has happened across other Black media and minority media organizations or multicultural media organizations. It has happened across organizations that their mission is centered around the Black community or minority communities. How do you think we are going to, or these organizations in Black media and multicultural media is going to emerge in 2026? Like, what are you hearing, or what are you doing, or what's happening with this change and this transition that has to happen or that is happening, and how do you emerge in 2026? What does that look like?
Well, I'll tell you, if you think that things are going to get any better or that the DEI is going to come back tomorrow, it's not going to happen. As a matter of fact, they're even doubling down on DEI, doubling down on everything as it relates to being as it relates to being a minority, woman, Black, Hispanic, LGBTQ, all of that. They're doubling down and tripling down. I think if you continue to do business the way you did this year or even last year, you're making a mistake. We have to evolve and we have to change. I have to change strategies and have to change strategies in a mighty way. And what I have been able to do is find and locate partnerships, new partners that are willing to do business with me, that are brave, and partners that are looking at us as if you're trying to reach the Black community. It's about the reason why you're trying to reach the Black community and trying to reach my demographic is because you have a product or service to sell. What does that have to do with politics or anything else? Because at the end of the day, everybody, you've got a job to do. You've got a product or service to sell. And we, as a media entity, we have to make sure we're able to find those partners and find those entities that are willing to do business with us, regardless of any of that politics. And it's just a matter of, again, I don't mean to be redundant and kicking a dead horse. And I know it sounds a lot easier than it really is. But it's a matter, and it's taken me some time. It's not something you're gonna wake up tomorrow and say, I'm gonna go to this company because I think you have to research, you have to do your work, you have to put in the hours, you have to put in the time to find those companies, find those entities, find those partners that will be sensitive and that will be open to doing business with you. And I think that's because no one's going to do business with you and they never, and I never wanted someone to do business with me because I'm Black. I want them to do business with me because I have a great product and service to provide to you. And my audience and my demographic is an important demographic as a company, to your existence. So that's the basic and the bottom line. Be strategic and find those partners that are sensitive, find those partners that are apolitical and will do the right thing because you do have a product or service that the community and everybody wants to see.
I would agree 100% with that, Dexter. So let's talk about what's on the horizon for MIA Media Group for 2026. But before you jump into that, do you have any accomplishments that you want to highlight of 2025? And then what can we expect to, kind of come about in 2026?
Well, like I said, digitally speaking, I did not know what to expect, and it was a scary time because it's something new and it's something that, from the Black community perspective, there's not a lot of us that are, making that decision to go straight to digital. I think I'm the only one that's been from print here in South Florida and said, you know what, guys, as far as even the Herald and the Sun Sentinel has not made that type of commitment. Or the Palm Beach Post, they're still holding on to a bit of their print. And even for some of my advertisers, they're saying, we're going to look at you as the guinea pig. And it's good to be a leader and be a Black company and being a leader and taking that first step. And having some of these bigger companies saying, hey, maybe we can learn something from you. And they are. Because I'm talking to some of these companies and telling them some of the good things, some of the bad things, some of the in-between things, the wins and losses, and I'm sharing that with them, and it's good to have that type of dialogue. So and to come out on top as it relates to seeing my numbers, seeing my monthly numbers from my website to the number of views on my digital flipbook go up and up and up and up. It's really, really a major accomplishment, and it's a major win for us.
That's awesome. And, you on average, because I think one of the key things that you do well with MIA Media Group, and we have to really give you your props for being able to highlight Black excellence in our community. How many Black professionals would you say that you have honored, highlighted this year alone?
This year alone, we've honored about 200, about 200 Black achievers, as I would like to say, from our starting off the year with our May issue, which is our issue that we do most powerful and influential Black business leaders for the year, and that's 50 people. That's a total of 100. Then we go into the June, where we do the top Black educators, and there'll be somewhere around 50 there. Then we do the 40 under 40, which is again 40 from Miami and 40 from Broward and Palm Beach. So that's another 80. And then we get into October, where we do the actual top healthcare professionals. And we say top healthcare, we're not just talking about doctors and not just talking about nurses. We're talking about the entire that diaspora when you're talking about of Black healthcare professionals, administrators, and the sort. And then lastly, my favorite issue is our December issue. This year we have about 40, so it's a little over 200, probably about 250 Black achievers, as I'd like to say, Black excellence that we have recognized. And overall, we're approaching almost 3,000 people that we have honored and recognized in the 20 years that we've been doing this. And one thing, when I first came out and started talking about this back in 2004, and I said to someone that I'm going to start recognizing Black achievement, they said, good luck if you can find just a few. And, then we found thousands, and there's still thousands out there. And one of the great things that I like to hear, Ann Marie, is that when I do find someone that no one knows, that no one has had, where did this person come from? That people like that I'm not recycling the same people over and over and over. It's always somebody new. I mean, we got millions of Black people down here. 2,000 people, still not even 0.1%.
Right.
So there's a whole list of other great people for us to honor and recognize.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you for doing that work, because there are people who work tirelessly in their professions, in their community, and sometimes never get the recognition. So the fact that you have this platform to be able to highlight excellence, and it also creates a space for those who aspire to be honored, to really step up their A game so that they can be a future honoree as well. So it's good that you do that. I'm glad that you're able to continue that work. We're going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about 2026.
Thank you.
Welcome to the City of Miami Gardens, where purpose meets opportunity. From building tomorrow's infrastructure to answering the call when it matters most, to creating vibrant spaces and smart growth, every role counts. With 4-day work weeks, 100% paid health benefits, generous PTO, and a Florida pension plan, the City of Miami Gardens puts you first. Join the team that's shaping the future.
I grew up down here in South Florida, so for me, it's a little bit more personal.
For the Bridgeman and Dover Law Firm, it's about community.
For us, South Florida's our home. You all are our people.
Our family, our future.
The difference we'll make for you, your loved ones, your kids, matters, because to us, it's personal.
If you need us, call us 24/7 at 866-954-MORE.
That's 866-954-6673. Demesman and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com.
When quality care is a priority for you and your family, choose Pediatric and Family Health and Wellness Center.
¿Cómo estás hoy?
Muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Okay. Bien. How are you?
Welcome!
Your organization's ability to thrive is dependent upon your vision, hard work, and the people you employ. Wolf Creek Consulting is a top-rated executive staffing firm specializing in placing professionals in finance, IT, healthcare, and construction. We're a boutique executive staffing firm that focuses on recruiting the best and brightest candidates that are not aggressively pursuing opportunities, but are keeping their options open. From recruitment to workforce management, we offer solutions that reduce your human cost and turnover. We work with clients under several different options to include permanent placement, temporary, and temp to hire. Our clients are our partners, and we work to understand the job requirements and skills required for a candidate to be successful. Intelligent Staffing Solutions. To learn more, please give us a call.
Welcome back, Dexter. So I'm excited. We're closing out the year. 2026 is on the horizon. What can we expect from MIA Media Group?
Well, we are toying with the idea, believe it or not, of adding a couple more shows. We're talking to the network now about that possibility. We're going to be adding some very interesting products to our website as it relates to, in terms of when I say our website, in terms of offerings, in terms of additional information. We want to be a complete one-stop shopping for the entire community. And any type of problem is really an opportunity. So we had a lot of problems and a lot of issues in 2025. So there's a lot of opportunities in 2026. So just focus in on those potential opportunities, be strategic, and work very hard and diligently about it. And we will all get through this together.
Well, we can't wait to see what's new and upcoming in 2026 with MIA Media Group. I am happy to be one of your hosts. And thank you so much for joining me today, Dexter Bridgeman, President, CEO, and founder of MIA Media Group. And thank you all for tuning in and for joining me. I'm your host, Ann Marie Sorrell. See you next time on Legacy Leaders.